statement?
Sure. First, I just want to give Hartford a ton of credit. Coming in to this environment is not easy, and they gave us a great shot, played a great game, and that first half was definitely up and down, back and forth. So credit to them, and Kim, she does a great job with them. Really happy for our kids. They words can't explain it. At halftime, we really talked about defense and how we had to buckle down defensively. We weren't getting stops, and we were taking some crazy shots at times, and they did. In that third quarter, they came out and just really, really defensively did a great job. So, and have 5 kids in double figures, that's awesome. I mean, I just think that speaks volumes of this team, and that's kind of how our team has been all year. So.
Questions for the student athletes?
Blanca, 4 points in the first half, 18 to the second. What was different the second half?
I mean, just my teammates, they came in halftime and then told me, like, you gotta go, like, let it go what happened and start over, so it's for them, basically.
That kind of seems to be your guys' mantra. I mean, especially going off that Albany game, when shots don't fall, just keep shooting, just keep shooting. How has that helped carry you guys through the postseason here?
I mean, we work a lot in our shot, so we know when we miss, like, nothing happens. We just gotta get a stop and come back, get a stop and come back. And when we do that, like, everything is all right. So we just do that.
Paris, just talk about sorry about that.
Go ahead.
Paris, just talk about kind of the same question as in Portland, but you step away from the team, you're back. Now you're winning a championship. Just talk about what this feels like.
I mean, I was just joking with Coach Vachon saying this time last year I was winning an intramural championship. That one was pretty fun too. But no, honestly, it's surreal. Like I'm just like waiting for someone to wake me up. But this feeling is incredible. It's some of the best times of my life. So I'm so thankful.
Tanisha, you're up by 2, 46-44. You go on a 14-3 run to close out the third quarter. Gave you some breathing room, and you never. I don't think they got within 9 the rest of the way. What was the key to that run there late in the third quarter?
I think it was just being poised on the press break, making sure we took care of the ball, and also rebounding. They killed us on the rebound the first half, so we really buckled down and made sure that we were getting the boards and boxing out. That helped a lot.
Amy, to be part of this rebuild of the Maine women's basketball program, one that you were so integral in helping sustain its success not all that long ago, and now to see it come full circle and rebuild, what does that mean to you on a personal level?
It's incredible. I mean, words can't express it. This past week and a half has been just a whirlwind, and this past 14 months has been just crazy. I would have, if you would have told me this a year and a half ago, I would have said you're crazy. There's no way. But it starts with Coach Barron rebuilding this, and I was fortunate to be a part of that. And then the past year, I mean, these kids devoted themselves, dedicated themselves like nothing. I mean, they were focused in. Anything we asked them to do, they did. And so I'm really proud of them.
When did you know, specifically in this season, that this was a team that was capable of winning a conference championship?
Honestly, when we were going through our non-conference schedule. Our non-conference schedule was brutal. Everyone knows it. It was 13th in the country, and we competed. The difference between between this team and teams in the past. These kids believe they can win. They believe they can win in those games. And, in the past, that hasn't been the case. So when I saw them compete with those teams, the Ohio States, the Miamis, at Toledo, beating Harvard, who's a really good team, and coming out of that non-conference schedule with over a 500 record, I felt really good about things. And then we talked about you just have to take it one day at a time. Like, you can't look beyond, because if we mess up on a regular season game, we're not hosting this game. And hosting this game, they know. They've been on the road. It's hard. Hartford, it is hard going on the road to play a championship game. So yeah, that's when I kind of knew.
Well, going back to the third quarter for you, you had 6 points in that big run. Were you getting Hartford? Some of their players said they didn't do as good a job in the second half. What was different? Did you do anything different to get open, to get looks at all, or
No, I
did
mean,
teammates get you the ball? Or
yeah, we're just running our stuff, you know. So I was wide open in the free throw, so they just keep passing to me. So that's what I did.
Breeze coming off the bench, hit a big three in that flurry too. I mean, confidence is back. What was the key that third quarter and then the second half? What was it? What did you see out there? What was key for you guys in pulling away?
We talked about at halftime how we weren't turning the ball over that much, which was something we were focusing on, but we just weren't getting stops. So coming out, we just really wanted to focus on getting a stop and then getting a bucket. So we were able to do that, and I think that's our intensity on defense is what led to our offense during that run.
Nisha, what's the feeling when, it's a back and forth game in that first half? It seems like no team is able to separate by more than a couple points. Then you start the stretch in the third quarter. You start to get that feeling like this is really looking good for us. This is we're really on our way here. Do you start to get that feeling at all?
Yeah, honestly, I did, but I knew that, like Coach was always reminding us, like they're going to probably make a run too. So we can't let up. So yeah.
Their players, the interview, their players talked about the crowd. They said the crowd was like a six-man to you. How important was the crowd here, especially when you went on your runs?
I mean, they are part of our energy, They cheer for us like the whole year. We love them, and they always respond, when Coach Amy or one of us turn to them to like ask for more, they do more. So it was just great.
Amy, you've been here before as in a different role, obviously, but you have gone through this experience. Is there anything coming off of this that you can say to your players that they should take in, or advice for them as they go forth here?
Just enjoy every second. Just enjoy every second. I said to them before the game, we've been fortunate to play in 3 straight championship games. It doesn't happen. It's not easy. It just doesn't happen. And so to win it, just enjoy it. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy these next 2 days. Enjoy the selection. And then we get back to work, We get back to work and we'll be ready. Who knows? We don't know where we're going to go, but we're excited to find out, and we'll prepare as hard as we can for it. So.
Any more questions for the student athletes?
Grace, got the 9 points in the second quarter. I think it was 9 points in a row for the team. And it helped the team kind of keep pace because Hartford was really going at that point. Just what went into you kind of turning on at that point? And they were kind of harder in points. You got like down the 3
Yeah. I honestly had no idea about that, so thank you for letting me know. But yeah, coming off the bench, I just always want to be a spark for my team. So I was happy to be able to do that, I guess.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Danny.
Now what is that? Hey, what's up, champ?
Get your team under control.
I can't. Sorry.
Amy, did you have any sort of flashbacks or anything? It's been 20 years since Maine won a championship at home, different venue. Realize that. Does this, even though you're kind of in another spot, you're a coach now. Is there any tie between 20 years ago and today?
The crowd, the support, the fans. I'll say it again. Playing on the road in a championship game is hard. It's so hard, and especially when you're playing in front of a crowd like this. I think Hartford did an outstanding job. They really did. It's just, I think the crowd. There are no flashbacks for me playing. That's another lifetime ago for me. That's over and done with. But the crowd for sure.
Anybody reaching out? Joanne Palmer's been tweeting. Who else has been reaching out?
I honestly haven't really looked at my phone today. I just needed to kind of stay away. But I did talk to Coach Palumbo for sure. she's been awesome. She's been great, so supportive. I got a note from her actually today as well. So I'm sure a lot of people, I really have kind of put it aside to focus on the game. So.
What was it like after the game? It seemed like everyone in the stands was down on the floor.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was fun. You know, I just think, you know, women's basketball at Maine is such a special. It's so special, you know, in the history and it's been a long time since we won a championship, a tournament championship, and gone to the NCAA tournament. And it's when someone said 20 years or 14 or whenever, you know, 14 years since we've gone, I kind of was surprised at it. You know, it just didn't seem like that long, but it has been. And so to be able to bring it back, especially for the fans and the university and just everyone that supports us so much, it's just really great.
You said 2 days ago, turnovers and rebounds would decide it, and certainly, you know, they said they didn't feel that they turned you over or didn't impact, you know, make you quicken your shots. I mean, did you feel those were the keys today?
Absolutely, yeah. I think we turned it over a little bit, but it was very rare that they scored immediately off of our turnovers. You know, we didn't turn it over live ball too much, and they didn't respond. A couple times they did in the first half, and in the second, I'll be honest with you, in the first half they had 9 second chance points on 4 offensive rebounds. We gave up 1 offensive rebound in the second half. And that's the game. I mean, they won the game against Binghamton. They had 23 offensive rebounds. Against Albany, they had 17. They go after it. They play hard. And those were absolutely the two keys.
What was the key, did you think, with the press? Something you guys did today that you didn't do the last game here?
Yeah, we watched a ton of film, and we saw a place, you know, in their press that we thought we could exploit, you know, getting the ball, being more aggressive. In the first game at Hartford, we definitely were more aggressive. When we played here, we were on our heels and turned it over 27 times, I think. So we saw an area where we thought we could be aggressive and be smart with it, and for the most part, it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, you went to the middle. I know when the game, 28 turnovers up here.
Yeah.
The first half you were going to the sideline, suddenly became like a third defender.
Well, we tried to go over the top to the sideline and bring it to the middle today. That opposite sideline was open a lot, so that's what we did today.
More questions for Coach Vachon?
Yeah, Coach, you got big shooting performances from 3 different players in the first 3 quarters. Just talk about how that was the whole team stepping up and not just one player doing the job.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of has been our MO all year. You know, we have great shooters. I mean, Julie came out on fire. That was so big for us. Fani, I mean, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Like, outstanding, you know. And she guarded Lee, you know, all-conference kid, held her to 6 points and 7 turnovers. You know, she did amazing. Priest, all-tournament. I mean, I know she didn't make all-tournament team, but she could have been there. You know, she was outstanding. And then Blanca's Blanca. And Dor, you know, Dor doesn't have the stats but 5 rebounds, 4 steals for a point guard as a freshman to play in that game for 37 minutes. So, yeah, that's just kind of been the way our kids have played all year, and hopefully we can continue that.
You figured Blanca would come out of her after 4 points in the first half.
I didn't even know she only had 4 points. I'm never worried about Blanca. The kid's a stud. You know, she comes to play when she needs to come to play, and she did today. So
Good.
Great.
awesome.